Anashwara. Today I am going to discuss about Right to Information or RTI Act 2005. So let's see what is Right to Information. Right to Information is an act of Parliament of India which sets out rules and procedures regarding citizens' right to information. It replaces the former Freedom of Information Act 2002. So, right to information is the right of a citizen to seek information from a public authority. The law was passed by the Parliament on 15th June 2005 and it actually came into fully force on October 12, 2005. So, under the provision of this act, this RTI Act, any citizen of India may request information from a public authority. That means public authority means a body of body of government, any body of government, which is required to reply expeditiously or within 30 days. This means that whenever an Indian citizen asks an information regarding to government, that means any information related to any government authority, the government authority has to reply to that person suddenly or within 30 days. Within 30 days, the authority is responsible to give the information to that particular citizen. So, in case the matter involving a petitioner's life and liberty, the information has to be provided within 48 hours. This means that we already said that any person is asking information regarding a public authority, here the authority has to reply within 30 days. But if it is in the case of a person's property or liberty, if the person is asking information regarding these two things, the government has to reply within 48 hours. That means within 2 days the government need to reply to that person. So RTI is a legal right for every citizen in India, because it's a legal right which need to provide the government to the citizen, because it's their normal right, legal right to know the information regarding government. So the authorities under RTI Act 2005 are called quasi-judicial authorities. The act was enacted in order to consolidate a fundamental right of Indian Constitution, freedom of speech. Since RTI is implicit in the right to freedom of speech and expression under Article 19 of Indian Constitution is an implied fundamental right. So, the next thing we are going to discuss is right to information in India is governed by two major bodies. So we are talking about right to information. So the right to information in India is governed by two major bodies. First one is Central Information Commission and the next one is State Information Commission. That means central is also there and the state is also providing the facility. So the Central Information Commission, in Central Information Commission, Chief Information Commissioner who leads all the central departments and ministries with their own public information officers. This means that in Central Information Commission there is a Chief Information Commissioner and he is responsible to provide information to the citizen who is asking information. So under him there are lots of people are working. That means he is the head of Central Information Commissioner. That means Chief Information Commissioner. So under him there are lots of information officers are working directly. The next one is State Information Commission. This means State Public Information Officers or SPIOS is heads over all state departments and ministries. So in State Information Commission also there is a chief officer. Under him there are lots of government authorities are going. So if a person is asking any questions or anything related to the authority, so he is responsible to give the information. So the next thing is a citizen who desires to seek information from a public authority is required to send along an application. Means without having anything, if we going directly to an public office or government office and asking information, they will not provide. We need to pay money for what the thing we need to know. The money is, I think, for the application it's only cost rupees 10 for the people for the information. If we need additional information according to the nature of that information, the money will increase. But normally we need to pay only 10 rupees for the as the office fee. So a citizen who decides to seek some information from public authority is required to send an application to the payable to the account officer of the public authority as fee prescribed for the seeking information. So what in type of information are we information is we are seeking, we need to pay for that particular information. If the person is from a disadvantaged community, he or she need not to pay. That means if a person is from a lower category or from a financially background stage, he or she do not want to pay that 10 rupee also. He or she do not want to pay the money by free of cost also. He or she is able to receive the message. So the next thing is the objective of right to information. Why right to information is there? So the basic objective of right to information act is to empower the citizen, promote transparency and accountability in working of governments, contain corruption and make our democracy for the people in real sense. It goes without saying that an informed citizen is better equipped to necessary vigil on the instruments of governance and make the government more accountable to be governed. The act is a big step towards making Indian citizens informed about the activities of government. So, Right to Information Act is very important to the citizen who are residing in India, because Right to Information Act provide us full facilities for asking questions to the government authorities, because we are Indian citizens, we are living in a democratic country, so we have the right to ask questions to the government bodies. But we all know that India is a democratic country, so as a citizen we cannot go directly to any government offices or any government authority in front of any government authorities by asking this question directly. We need to what we need to follow some decorum, we need to follow some rules and regulations to get information whatever we are needed. So this right to information is an path, or is a very important tool for Indian citizens to seek their information from the public authorities. So as per any act, it also have some money to spend, because if we want to have some information which is confidential or it is a common thing, we need to pay. Normal case it is only 10 rupee, but according to the nature of that information or the content, the money will increase or decrease. So if a person is from any background area, or he or she is from any financially background position, here there is no need of money also. They are ready to provide free of cost information. So there is a controversy over this right to RTI, because RTI overrules Official Secret Act of 1923. This means what? Like Official Secret Act is a consolidated act that means to keep the security of our country, because legally we need to secure our country from the alleged leakage of our information. So how it overrules means right to information means the right of an Indian citizen to seek information from a public authority. So in such cases, there is a chance to leakage of many informations and documents from our country to another country. So this is a controversial between Official Secret Act and Right to Information Act. Anyway, Right to Information Act says that under the provision of this act, it demands that any citizen from India who asks an information from a public space, that means from a public authority, the government or the authority need to reply to that person within 30 days or expeditiously, or on that moment only, or from within 30 days. Or if that information or the problem of that person or the information he want is affected to his life and liberty, it need to be provided within 2 days, that means within 48 days, within 48 hours. So this is the rule of RTI. Right to information is a very confidential thing, and it's a very important act which helps Indian citizen to hack their rights from the government, because we are the people who are making that government. So we have the right to ask questions to the government and to seek information whatever we needed from the government, because we want to know what government is doing, or we want to know what are the governmental activities. So there is no fault, so there is no mistake to ask such a questions to government if the question or the information that we want are legal, or the information we want is in a truthful manner. Definitely the government or the authorities are responsible to give us the information. So this is what Right to Information Act. I hope you guys get what I said. So this is all about today's discussion. Thank you. Have a nice day.